3 years ago, the holy grail of shipwrecks was discovered in the Caribbean Sea, and tonight we know Massachusetts researchers played a key part in finding it.
Sealed off in the dark depths of the waters, numerous spine-shivering mysteries lie therein, waiting to be uncovered. From the discovery of skeletons of ritualistic killings to new species of organisms that defy the very foundations of biology, scientists have come across the scariest finds in the dark depths of the marine world. In this video, we will explore 15 of the most mysterious underwater discoveries from swamps, rivers, seas, and oceans. Stick with this video till the end as we embark on a journey that takes you across the mysterious marvels of the underwater world. Number 15. Underwater protesters. Imagine you're in the future. Picture yourself as an avid scuba diving enthusiast, exploring the tranquil and untouched Caribbean Sea. Amidst your underwater journey, you stumble upon a captivating sight. A ring of people locking hands as if they are protesting for a cause. That's the impression the creator of the underwater sculpture park in Grenada was aiming for when he made his art. Jason deCaires Taylor, the creator of the famous underwater sculpture park in Grenada, led to the region's designation as a protected marine area. Originally included in National Geographic's list of global wonders, the sculptor intended to shed light on how humanity hasn't treated the seas as gently as it should. While some sculptures are just 2 meters below the surface, others rest much deeper. Intriguingly, over 70 sculptures are bolted to the sea floor, making them immovable. Over the years, these sculptures have transformed from their original gray hue to shades of pink, green, and black, influenced by their marine environment. The cement used for these sculptures not only serves as art, but also provides a habitat for marine life, such as coral. Exploring Grenada's underwater sculpture park isn't just about admiring art. It's an opportunity to reconnect with nature, discover something truly extraordinary, and contribute to global marine conservation efforts. Number 14. An intact shipwreck. How can a shipwreck be intact? Well, the Black Sea is a hotspot for astounding archaeological discoveries. It's no surprise that this ironical and remarkable discovery, the world's oldest preserved sunken ship with its mast, rudders, and rowers' benches intact, was found more than 2,400 years after it plunged into the depths of the Black Sea. This 23-meter Greek merchant vessel was uncovered at the famous ship graveyard, where over 60 other vessels were previously found. After carbon dating, it was established that the ship was constructed around 400 BCE, making it the earliest intact sunken ship known to humanity. It was located over 49.1 miles away from the Bulgarian city of Burgas. In addition to the remarkable preservation of the ship, this discovery has sparked the interest of researchers because it closely resembles a merchant ship previously depicted only on ancient Greek pottery, such as the siren vase housed in the British Museum's collection. Researchers attributed the intact condition of the ship to the conditions of its immediate environment. At 1.3 miles beneath the water's surface, oxygen levels are drastically low, and this will support the preservation of organic material by slowing down decomposition, hence the pristine condition of the shipwreck. The ancient Greek ship has been affectionately named Odysseus, after the famous tale of Odysseus and the Sirens. Number 13. The Asian Atlantis. While many have heard of the myth of Atlantis, there's another historically significant submerged city that you might not be familiar with. Dwarka, one of India's 7 holy pilgrimage sites, holds both religious and archaeological importance. The mysterious city of Dwarka is believed to have been the capital of Lord Krishna's kingdom, as described in the Mahabharata. This city, covering an area of about 84 kilometers, was fortified and located at the meeting point of the Gomti River and the Arabian Sea. According to legend, it sank into the Arabian Sea after Krishna's demise. ZD led a major archaeological expedition. Ansari and MS Mate, after a chance discovery of temples of 9th century AD and 1st century AD buried near the present Dwarkadish temple, was launched, and this led to recent archaeological findings that provide convincing evidence that this legend has a historical basis. The remains of this ancient city were discovered on the seabed of the Arabian Sea. The artifacts found date back to around 1500 BCE, though estimates of the city's age vary from 2 to 30,000 years in different sources. Geological research and aerial surveys have confirmed a significant flooding event in this region several thousand years ago. Dwarka, a submerged kingdom, is a story waiting to be told. Number 12. The lake and the river. Cenotes are natural pits or deep sinkholes with fresh water and are commonly associated with Dolin karst. However, in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula is a stunning underground river, Cenote Angelita. What makes the Cenote Angelita different from other cenotes? While it appears as a freshwater pool with crystal clear water from the surface, it conceals a mysterious underwater lake that can only be seen by descending below. Now you might wonder how an underwater lake can flow through a river in a cenote. This fascinating natural phenomenon occurs because of the presence of hydrogen sulfide, a substance heavier than salt water. The hydrogen sulfide accumulates at the river's bottom, creating a distinct layer. This is what creates the illusion of an underwater river. As you dive deeper, fog seems to shroud this underwater lake, which is actually a cloud of hydrogen sulfide formed from decomposing organic matter in the water. It's a mesmerizing and otherworldly sight. The Angelita River is more than 300 feet deep and features multiple layers of alternating fresh and salt water. Adding to its beauty are the colorful foliage and fallen branches of nearby trees, which float along the riverbanks due to differences in water density. Number 11. A mysterious submerged bridge. In the 14th century, it was very possible to walk across the Indian Ocean. There was once a 30-mile-long bridge on the Indian Ocean that linked India to Sri Lanka. According to Hindu mythology, the Ram Setu, also known as Adam's Bridge, was constructed by Lord Ram, with the help of an army of monkeys led by Lord Hanuman, to reach Lanka to rescue his wife, Sita. According to legend, the bridge was built using floating stones with the name of Lord Rama engraved on it, which made it unsinkable. Apparently, Lord Rama prayed to the ocean for a path from India to Lanka so that he could go and rescue Sita from the clutches of Ravana, the king of Lanka. Ram Setu is a structure resembling a causeway that connects Pamban Island in Tamil Nadu to Mannar Island in Sri Lanka. The total length of this bridge is approximately 50 kilometers. Adam's Bridge acts as a separation between the Gulf of Mannar and the Palk Strait. Some of the sandbanks in the area are exposed, and the sea around it is quite shallow, with depths ranging from 3 to 30 feet. According to various scientific reports, the bridge was entirely above sea level until 1480, but suffered damage from a cyclone that struck the region. Prior to the 15th century, it was even possible to walk across this land bridge when the channel was shallower. However, after the cyclone's impact, ships could no longer navigate this sea stretch in the Indian Ocean, known as the Palk Strait, due to the extremely low seabed. Many centuries later, this narrow strip of land re-emerged from the water, resulting in the formation of several small islands and sandbanks, reshaping the geography of Asia. Number 10. Hanseatic League Shipwreck. Off the coast of northern Germany, buried in silt, is a stunningly preserved time capsule. Marine archaeologists stumbled upon a well-preserved shipwreck that dates back 400 years. Unlike the common wreckage artifacts found from the 20th century, this discovery is exceptional. Resting about 40 feet below the surface in the riverbed grasslands between Lübeck and the Baltic city of Travemünde, this Dutch trading vessel from the 17th century is remarkably intact. The vessel is speculated to be from Lübeck, sailing the Baltic seas in the late 16th to mid-18th centuries, knowing the significant role played by Lübeck in Baltic trade as the capital of the Hanseatic League. Reduced to less than a shadow of its former self in terms of fleet size, this massive vessel once transported a substantial cargo. What's truly remarkable is the pristine condition of the goods that remained on board. About 150 barrels of quicklime were on board at the time of discovery, and it's speculated to have caused the fire that caused the ship to sink. In this region of the Baltic, where this sunken ship resides, such ancient wrecks in near-perfect condition are exceptionally rare to find. The underwater world is filled with mysterious creatures, and one of the intriguing ones is the shipworm, also known as a shipworm. These marine mollusks have a knack for rapidly devouring wood and causing the decay of shipwrecks. However, the preservation of this ancient shipwreck hints at a rare phenomenon, suggesting that the shipworms might not have infested this vessel as they typically do to wrecks in this area. Number 9. Aging like fine fruits. Although they might not be palatable, seeing these two 400-year-old fruits would definitely heighten your appetite to know how the two 400-year-old fruits can remain rot-free after spending that amount of time beneath the water's surface. Buried in the ruins of Thonis Heracleion, an ancient sunken city near Alexandria, Egypt, were wicker baskets full of fruit that had been untouched for over 2 millennia. Astonishingly, grapes and doom palm fruits were still nestled within these containers, a delicacy enjoyed by the ancient Egyptians. This discovery has great significance as Heracleion served as the primary Mediterranean port of Egypt until Alexander the Great founded Alexandria in 331 BC. The city's submersion, attributed to seismic activity and tidal erosion, sealed off its treasures. Thus, over centuries, Heracleion's ruins safeguarded the boats and cargo of the Greeks, protecting these incredible finds from the ravages of time. Number 8. Metallic marine arachnid East Beach, Rhode Island, witnessed a peculiar event when a strange-looking metallic object was excavated from its shores. Bafflingly, this object was larger than anticipated, and its origins and purpose remain a mystery. Local marine archaeologists, fishermen, wind power station workers, and oceanographers were all puzzled by this massive find. It took considerable effort to move this weighty object, suggesting that it had been resting on the seabed for an extended period. This strange spider-like shape, made of metal with flaking white paint, made waves around the world when it was pulled from the seafloor in Westerly. It even earned the top spot in this magazine's Rhode Island Red Awards. Various theories were proposed, ranging from the far-fetched, like extraterrestrial origins, to more practical ones, such as lost trawling equipment, the skeleton of a Bambi bucket, an aerial firefighting tool, or the remains of an old-fashioned carousel carried away by Hurricane Sandy. However, all these leads led to dead ends. One thing is certain, it had been in the water longer than initially believed. Number 7. Ancient young scuba diver. On a Mexican underwater expedition to a karst sinkhole, divers made a startling discovery. Beneath the murky waters lay an assortment of massive stones arranged on the seabed. Yet this wasn't the most astonishing revelation. Alongside these massive rocks were the remains of animals, including giant sloths and saber-toothed cats. Most intriguing, a slightly tilted child's skull was discovered after dating the skeleton of the girl. Her age was determined to be 12,000 to 13,000 years old. This discovery sparked a lot of mystery as it was impossible at the time to dive that deep without swimming and breathing apparatus. This child was later named Naya, the Greek word for water nymph. Closed off by water and darkness for more than 8,000 years, this place is like a time capsule, preserving the environment and human existence in Central America at the end of the Ice Age. During that period, glaciers worldwide locked up substantial water as ice, and the sea level was considerably lower than it is today, thus leading to the speculation that the area was probably dry when the accident happened. Naya was speculated to have slipped and fallen 30 meters below to her demise. Her skeletal remains also paint a mysterious picture. Her bones are nearly pristine, with only pelvic fractures suggesting a fall. Number 6. Raising the Bar's World War II was a devastating event with many rippling effects across the world. The British were active participants in the unfolding of the war, and this led to the intentional destruction of British lives and properties by Nazi Germany. A British trading ship, the SS Gairsoppa, was launched in 1919 for the purpose of importing goods from India. The ship was 125 meters long and 16 meters wide. During World War II in 1940, the ship was mobilized by the British Ministry of War Transport to transport military cargo. In February 1941, en route to Britain from India, the SS Gairsoppa reduced speed due to overcrowding and lagged behind the convoy. For a trading ship, this circumstance was fatal. Only a few days later, 500 kilometers off the coast of Ireland, the trading ship was attacked by the German submarine U-101. A torpedo was launched at the military transport ship, which sank in a matter of minutes, taking the lives of all but one of its 85 crewmen. Almost 7 decades later, treasure hunters have plowed the waters of the Atlantic off the coast of Ireland, hoping to find sunken ships, but all their efforts fell through as these expeditions proved futile. But only American treasure hunters were lucky. In the summer of 2010, 500 kilometers from the coast at a depth of 4,700 meters, they discovered the sunken ship of World War II, which still retained a large amount of its treasured stash. In 2 years of work, nearly 1,200 silver bars were raised, which in today's economic value is approximately $50 million. Number 4. The Antikythera mechanism. In 1900, a group of divers off the coast of Greece set out in search of sea sponges. In their search, they stumbled upon a wreck not far off the Greek island of Antikythera. Among the wreck's treasures were beautiful vases and pots, jewelry, and a bronze statue of an ancient philosopher. However, on the seabed was a far more perplexing discovery. Laying eyes on a human hand, he soon realized that the body parts were not of a living human, but something much older and intriguing. They were the scattered remains of a 2,000-year-old Greek device with a series of brass gears and dials mounted in a case the size of a mantel clock. Archaeologists dubbed the instrument the Antikythera mechanism. The genius and mystery of this piece of ancient Greek technology, arguably the world's first computer, one of the earliest analog computers. Greek astronomers and scientists created this remarkable device to observe eclipses and astronomical events. Discovered in 1901 within the wreckage of a sunken ship off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera, it stands as a testament to the remarkable sophistication of ancient Greece. The Antikythera mechanism serves as a time capsule of ancient scientific knowledge. Built by Greek scholars, this intricate device was designed to track celestial movements and predict astronomical events. Lost at sea for over 2 millennia, its discovery sheds light on the intellectual prowess of ancient Greece. Number 3. Swamp Grove Musical. While walking through a mountain swamp in southern China, scientists were startled by a melodious call echoing through the night air. This call emanated from a previously elusive creature that has been identified as a new species. The researchers were conducting a survey in a district in Chongqing when something in the undergrowth captured their interest. This discovery, detailed in a study published on May 10th in the Biodiversity Data Journal, was a small creature that expertly blended into its environment. The researchers managed to capture 3 specimens of this newfound species. Many aspects of the animal's behavior remain a mystery, as the researchers only heard the male Chongqing music frogs making calls during the night. According to the study, the frog species displayed a 2.5% genetic difference from other frog species. This genetic distinction is similar to the genetic variations observed in several other species that are acknowledged as separate entities. Number 2. Not-so-microorganism. This finding throws the fundamentals of microbiology asunder and leaves microbiologists questioning their knowledge and expertise. In the mangrove swamps of Guadeloupe, in the Caribbean islands, scientists unearthed a bacteria the size of an eyelash that can be seen with the unaided human eye. Thiomargarita magnifica, a centimeter-long bacterium challenging conventional notions of microbial life. Most bacteria measure about 2 micrometers, which is equivalent to 0.0002 centimeters in length. Their size is constrained by the fact that the energy-producing molecules they rely on, known as ATP, are generated using enzymes embedded in the cell membrane. Consequently, bacteria must maintain a suitable surface area to volume ratio to function effectively. Increasing in size also hinders their ability to move efficiently. But the Thiomargarita magnifica employs unique structures and derives energy from sulfur oxidation. These giant bacteria have ultimately refined our understanding of microscopic ecosystems. Scientists have not determined exactly how these bacteria evolved to attain such a significant size. One potential explanation is that they developed this size as an adaptation to escape predation. Another mystery that adds to the intrigue of these organisms is the absence of the bacteria in other locations and their disappearance from the original site of discovery when the researchers returned. Number 1. The Egyptian mummy. On May 6, 1950, the residents of Silkeborg made a discovery that contributed largely to archaeology, and also sparked an insatiable curiosity about how nature prevents the usual decay of organic matter. A body had been found in a bog near Bjeldskövdal, Silkeborg. The discovery was made by two brothers and their family who were digging for peat to use as fuel. The body appeared remarkably well preserved, leading them to believe it was a recent murder victim. Around the same time, a schoolboy from Copenhagen had gone missing in the central part of Jutland, and they suspected they had found his body. However, when the police learned that the body was buried 2.5 meters deep in the peat and there were no signs of digging, they realized it was a matter more suited for the experts at Silkeborg Museum than the police. The exhumed body dates back 2,500 years to the time it was discovered. Unintentionally preserved with remarkable detail, the corpse was presumed to be a victim of ancient pagan rituals, as he donned a sheepskin cap and twine of rope tightly bound to his neck. Further forensic analysis revealed that his last meal before the sacrifice was flax and barley porridge. Suppose you enjoyed this video, like it and share it with people around you. Don't forget to subscribe to get more updates from this channel.